What's on, everyone? Jeremy here from The Quartering. This is probably my last video for Sunday on the main channel. I've got two other videos on the Jeremy Hambly channel, my secondary channel, which is linked in the description. But pretty interesting stuff. Just got home from church, popped in the Discord, and which is where we all chat. And it turns out that this dude was chatting with 20 other people, and his messages have leaked. Also, it's being reported that he is under special watch in custody. I don't know if that's such a good thing, because the last few people who were on special watch never made it to trial. And we've got a couple of other updates. Thank you, everyone, for all your kind words in the comments. Just make sure that you're subscribed, or that you're still subscribed down below, so you get actually notified when we go live. And make sure, if you want the news as it breaks, join our community Discord, thequartering.com/join, link in the description. Never miss a breaking story. And participate in, we've got a costume contest coming up. We've got Halloween decoration contest coming up. We've got Christmas stuff coming up. We got all sorts of community stuff that I would love for you to check out. So quartering.com/join. And it sports a channel. Charlie Kirk's killer made sick jokes just 2 hours after after taking his life, as his messages have emerged. The man who took the life of Charlie Kirk allegedly joked that his doppelganger pulled the trigger while discussing the tragedy in a private Discord chat just hours after the incident. By the way, if you saw my first video today on this channel, there now seems to be at least a half dozen trans individuals, or trans accounts, it could be one person, 6 accounts, I suppose, who seem to know that this was going to happen several days in advance. Tyler Robinson mocked the manhunt for the man and taunted the FBI's investigation while joking about obtaining the reward money before eventually surrendering to police. Robinson has since been arrested and identified as the prime suspect in Kirk's killing. He showed zero sign of remorse in screenshots of the Discord chat shared by a former high school classmate who apparently was in the Discord. In fact, Robinson appeared to revel in the attention, exchanging meme-laced jabs with acquaintances while authorities scrambled to find the person responsible. Tyler took Charlie's life, one user wrote in the group chat on Thursday afternoon, jokingly tagging Robinson. Robinson fired back almost instantly. "My doppelganger is trying to get me in trouble," he wrote. The gallows humor was delivered just hours after the FBI had released surveillance stills showing the young man in sunglasses and a cap walking through the stairwell. I mean, there can be no doubt that this is the guy. I mean, you're like, the pictures, this, I mean, you know, this is an open and shut case, which is why I'm concerned about his custody levels, but we'll talk about that in a minute. At that point, the suspect was still publicly identified, but privately, Robinson was already toying with the truth. The messages, verified by the Times, depict a young man fully aware of the investigation and mocking it, while other users joked about turning Robinson in for the $100,000 FBI reward. He quipped, "Only if I get a cut." When someone warned him not to go to McDonald's to reference previous high-profile fugitive Luigi Mangione, who was arrested last December, Robinson responded with a grotesque punchline: "Better also get rid of this manifesto and exact copy rifle I have laying around." Just so we're clear, everybody in this Discord knew. And this is an interesting point. Did he have a manifesto? He may be referring jokingly to Luigi's manifesto that was never really properly vetted, and if I don't remember, it was really never really that clear. Or if he has, in fact, a manifesto that they haven't released yet, which I would demand they release immediately. The Discord chat consists of 20 users who'd each known each other from high school or online communities, became a chilling window into the suspect's post-shooting mindset. When public tributes to Kirk flooded conservative media and President Trump was issuing national proclamations in his honor, the accused killer was behind a screen joking about everything from red state politics to fake deaths. "I'm actually Charlie Kirk," Robinson wrote at one point. "Wanted to get out of politics, so I faked my death. Now I can live on my dream in Kansas." You see, you know, all these pictures. There's his boyfriend. As wall-to-wall coverage continued, Robinson also appeared to be monitoring in real time. "I heard the ammo had some trans stuff on it, but they aren't releasing photos or exact quotes, and also the claim wasn't backed by the official FBI, just some dude in the briefing room," he wrote. In fact, The casings found at the scene were later confirmed to be engraved with phrases including "Hey Fascist" and "Catch" lyrics from anti-fascist Italian songs and explicit meme references. But at the time, Robinson was clearly theorizing and joking about media narratives and political fallout. In a red state, clearly the shooter was from California, he typed, mocking the idea of a federal intervention in Utah. One of the final jokes he made before the arrest referenced John Arbuckle, the clueless cartoon avatar of Garfield, whose face adorned Robinson's Discord avatar. Despite the mounting evidence, some members in the Discord chat were still in disbelief when the arrest was actually announced. Our governor wants to give him the death penalty, dude, one wrote. I truly cannot distinguish if this is for real, another wrote. I mean, of course you can. You know it's real because you knew he did it. There can be no doubt that he did it. Authorities say he climbed to the roof. We already know. The family urged him to surrender. Local prosecutors are expected to file formal charges on Tuesday, including aggravated murder and use of a firearm and commission of a felony. I think this was clearly a political crime, so I don't know if those are if there are escalators there or not. Also, apparently, he had a furry fixation, and his trans boyfriend proclaimed support for Biden on social media. Alleged Kirk assassin Tyler Robinson appeared to have a fixation on furries, while his live-in trans boyfriend espoused support for Joe Biden and joked about being mentally ill, according to social media posts linked to the pair. Lance Twiggs, 22, an aspiring pro gamer, and Robinson's roommate, in my opinion, his accomplice as well, appears to have made the comment in 2022 Reddit post stating, "We're riding with Biden on this glorious subreddit." Twigs, again, the left keeps saying that, he was MAGA, right? So he was clearly dating a gay, furry MAGA guy too, apparently. Twigs, whose family appears to be also conservative Christians based in Utah, is transitioning from male to female. There's no such thing. And was in a relationship with a 22-year-old Robinson, Governor Spencer Cox confirmed Sunday. The post made jokingly on a subreddit that was filled with sarcastic comments, and subsequent posts referenced former Republican candidate Jeb Bush. One day, Jeb will be president in America and will fully reform into utopia. The social media activity was first reported by Daily Mail. Another post, Twig said he had been getting targeted advertisements for treatment for schizophrenia and other mental conditions on social media. I've been getting recommended treatments for schizophrenia, BPD, and a brain tumor recently by social media advertisements. This meme is perfect. Thanks, the post reads. His posts were rarely political, but frequently reference his gender transition as well as being a former Christian. It comes as Robinson's bizarre ties to a furry lifestyle were revealed. The account on a website, Fur Affinity, which features spicy images of cartoon and animal characters, features an account matching one that Robinson used on various gaming and online accounts. The spent cartridge believed to belong was also had furry references. Twigs was said to be aghast after learning of Robinson's alleged crimes and being extremely cooperative with authorities. I believe that he was in on it. At the very minimum, he absolutely 100% knew what was happening, and you will never convince me otherwise. Don't even bother. There's no point in trying to convince me that his trans boyfriend didn't know that he was planning the assassination of Charlie Kirk. I'm not listening to that. It's not possible. There's no way that this individual didn't know. By the way, make sure that you subscribe down below and you make sure that you have notifications on too, because this will be the last video on the main channel today, but I've got a whole slew of videos tomorrow. I've got other news to cover and a whole bunch of videos on my second channel, which is also linked in the description too. Charlie Kirk's assassination suspect now under special watch in custody, being kept in separate housing unit. This is concerning to me. If you know anything about the separate housing unit that Jeffrey stayed in, it seems a little worrisome. Tyler Robinson, the suspect in custody, is being held under special watch until he completes a mental health evaluation. Robinson, 22, will remain on special watch status in the Utah County Sheriff's Department Special Housing Unit so that authorities can keep a close eye on him until officials can clear his mental health. The department sent us him. This actually does scare me. I know I'm like making a joke about it, but like the last individual that they talked about being, now to be fair, Diddy was housed in special, like, area, and he survived it. So I don't know. I don't know. The process may take several days, the sheriff's department said. Once cleared, Robinson will continue with the classification process to determine where he is housed while in custody. He will continue to be monitored by mental and medical and custody staff throughout the duration of his stay. See, the thing is, this guy wasn't insane. And he's not insane. I mean, yes, you could take some perspective where it's like, you have to be insane to, commit these kind of crimes. And in that way, sure, right? You have to be insane to stab someone but this guy is not insane. He planned it meticulously with the help of others, in my opinion. I don't know. I just don't know. Sorry, I got off track there. The sheriff's department will be made specifically aware of any type of self-harm comments or concerns regarding Robinson. I mean, I'm concerned that he's going to make it to trial. I'm very, very concerned that we will never see a trial for this guy. Which is unfortunate because the trial would be a great place to highlight, the ideology, the movement, the warning signs, all of these types of things that the people need to know about. That governments, that this stuff needs to be laid bare. It's interesting to me. I'm mostly concerned about all the people that seemingly knew beforehand. Again, his furry roommate, I don't really believe didn't know about it. I don't believe that he didn't know about it. And you're seeing, New York City school cop removed over post celebrating and joking about Charlie Kirk's. I love this. I hope that everyone keeps this energy this next week. I'm going to a vigil later this week for Charlie, and I just hope that we keep the pressure up, because the only way that this gets fixed is by society, both sides of the aisle, holding hands and saying, okay, we can disagree, but this stuff is not normal for normal society. We've seen what happens with live and let live, and that's just words on the internet. And we need to come together as a society and excise this and say it's not okay. I'll be over in the Discord this afternoon. You can actually message me directly on there. And you can, Melanie Mack's in there and Hannah Claire's in there, our reporting team's in there. If you don't know how to use Discord, there's a million videos on YouTube how to install it. It's very simple. It goes on your phone or on your computer if you want. I'd love to see you in there. We've got a whole slew of news stories tomorrow and stories I didn't cover today that I want to release. So stay tuned.